What's up, sluts? How's it poppin' in the streets? It's Link in the sheets and making another ASMR video. Linkuru, Linkuru, Linkuru. Today, something unpredictable has happened, and we've gotten ourselves stranded in this beach made out of glass. And the only way we can get out of here is if we break all the glass. So let's start off with this boat. We just need to get our way out of here, but we'll first dispose of any evidence that we've been here. And, some people might think that these glass sounds aren't very relaxing, but I think that those people can just basically rethink their whole life and strategy and moving forward with how they perceive life. Because I think that this is genuinely the best sound of all time, so that's all I'm gonna say. We've finished our boat. Let's move on to this beautiful tree sticking out from the water. Let's start taking it apart piece by piece. We'll see if I can actually get it all deleted from this part. I might have to move elsewhere to get all the pieces that are higher up in the sky and that I can't reach from here. But so far, we're doing a decent job. It's like breaking a normal Minecraft tree almost. It's a lot of fun, guys. But we'll get ourselves out of this hole, this stranded island. I believe we can make it. You always gotta believe in yourself. Have faith in your endeavors. You never know when things can go not exactly the way you expect them. And that's when you need to believe in yourself. Sometimes you need to back down and take a good look at yourself and remember to keep your head in the game. Because, well, I genuinely believe that one of the best ways to achieve anything in life is to just believe in it. Just keep telling yourself that you're gonna do it. You're gonna achieve it. That's the best way I've ever found success in my life. It's always been just straight up faith. Just, on my main YouTube channel, I used to be stuck at about 50,000 subscribers for a really long time. And then one time I just decided, you know what? My life is a mess, and I'm sick of it. I'm no longer having this. I'm no longer doing this to myself. I deserve better than to just wallow here and not do anything with my life. So I started putting a lot of effort into my YouTube channel, and it ended up being a really productive thing for me because now that channel has 150,000 subscribers. So, it just goes to show what determination and belief in yourself. And I would always tell myself that eventually I'm gonna hit 100,000 subscribers, and then I did it. I did it. And yeah, that's that. But now we have this cute little wall of pattern, this green-red pattern that we're gonna take apart piece by piece once again. As I said, we need to destroy everything that small stranded island of glass. Just break, 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 piece by piece, piece by piece, piece by piece. Taking apart this contraption. I may go into creative mode eventually if I feel like this isn't breaking quick enough because, well, frankly, I don't want to spend a whole 2 hours on this, but we'll see how long it ends up taking. My estimate that I told my friend was that I thought it would take, approximately, let's say 40 minutes, and I'm still quite keen on that guess, just doing a little bit of parkouring to reach these higher steps. This is necessary procedures we need to take to ensure that this mission is successfully completed. We need to break every single glass block. We need to make sure that no pieces are left, no stones are left unturned. I have always liked that saying. It's like a really old school one that you just will never forget, I think we've fully taken apart this tree now, except those 2 little pieces, but we can take care of that in the future. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, it seems like it's a beautiful rainbow. Oh, that's amazing. Unfortunately, all good things have to come to an end. This gorgeous, gorgeous rainbow. R.I.P. It's over for you now, son. You get to have no more minutes of glory. I wonder if you can hear the keyboard sounds, because I think if you can, I'd imagine that's only a positive thing. Just adds more to the video, hopefully. Just taking this apart. I'm curious to see if anyone finds it particularly enjoyable or satisfying to see blocks being taken apart. I think that me using my fist might even be better. And I've just realized that the pickaxe doesn't actually do anything for me, so I'm gonna quit using that. Just use the fist instead, because I think this is a lot more satisfying to look at. Just going again, as I've said many times, piece by piece, piece by piece. Maybe I can get some trigger words going on here too. I'm not sure. I've honestly never done trigger words before, so that's a new thing for me, but I have always liked other people doing those kinds of triggers. Let's actually make it nighttime again, because I think that just is a lot more moody. I may actually go in there and edit the video to look darker after it became daytime, because I think just the nighttime works so much better with this. A lot of people tell me, and this is a really random side note, but people often tell me that they think my voice is relaxing, which is strange to me, but I guess I can kind of understand that. But yeah. So, I don't know, I guess I'll have to get used to this. People thinking that I have a relaxing voice, so I hope that it'll be good for the ASMR videos, of course. I think this is like a cute lily pad with a flower on it, so let's destroy that as well. We can't let anything beautiful exist today. It all needs to be taken apart, piece by piece, piece by piece. I genuinely, one thing that I always find difficulty in figuring out when it comes to making ASMR content is that I'm not sure if I should, like, I'm not sure what volume of voice I should speak at. So I'm never sure if I should whisper louder or if I should actually whisper as quietly as literally possible for me. I've noticed in the past that oftentimes the whispering that I've done has been too loud. You know, I often feel like I could have definitely toned down the volume a little bit, but it's okay. Let's take away this yellow. You know, I've always found it satisfying, in Minecraft especially, to break certain patterns or break things in a calculated order, maybe based on color or based on shape or things like that. For me, taking away the yellow from this piece by piece, there's something really satisfying about that, and the way that it leaves this empty chasm, empty hole on the floor, and knowing that it used to be yellow, there's something really satisfying about that for me. Plus here, once I go here and start destroying these, something about creating this path here for us is satisfying to me as well. I'm curious to know if anybody else experiences these things as well, or if it's just me being weird. But genuinely, it's just, you know, right now I'm taking these white blocks away, and that to me is also kind of relaxing. You know, slowly scraping away at the edge of this blue, I find that satisfying. I'm just going through these random things that just feel nice to me when I do it. You know, I'm taking away this trail of white blocks, glass, slowly grinding away at the pieces. Let's go up these stairs and break apart this, whatever this is, some sort of a flower or a beacon, or I'm not sure what it is, but I'm taking it apart no matter what. This is just the fate of glass today. Poor glass. It deserved better. But it is getting the Linkuru treatment. It is getting blocked. It is getting taken apart. Blocked. I really like the word blocked. Blocked. Pull up. You know, I should do some sort of a trigger word, but make it like funny, so it'll be just very random words that most ASMR artists wouldn't even think about using. Just something completely random and out of the box. You know, like stuff that you would not expect an ASMR artist to say. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be something inappropriate. I just mean, you know, anything that sounds a little bit, you know, unorthodox or just, you know, unusual for ASMR videos. I think that would be kind of a nice idea. Let's do it, boys and girls. I know there's some girls watching this channel, I'm pretty sure. Well, I mean, I have a good friend who's a girl that watches this channel, so I guess that confirms that. So yeah, let's just keep grinding away at these blocks. Slowly breaking. A little bit of typing ASMR there. I hope you heard that. Actually, let's type something. I hope you can hear this quite well. So let's type just random stuff right now, but it is the glass island. Blocked. Maybe I could do a video where I type and then say those words out So it's like a combination of both typing and also whispers and trigger words. I think that would be kind of a decent idea. I'm genuinely not sure what I'm going to title this video because I feel like there's a million ways I could title it. I'm just not sure which approach to take with that. But let's keep going with this. We're getting close, guys. We're getting close to getting our way out of this strange island that we don't know anything about. All we know is that once we finally reach a way out, we'll know how much satisfaction that's going to give us. Finally escaped, finally found freedom, a release. Blocked. Let's break this thing. I'm not sure if this represents anything. Seems like a cutoff of like a ball-shaped object, but then has a yellow core inside of it. Again, I don't think it really represents anything, but it's kind of cute, I guess. It is what it is, you know? Blocked. Oh, how relaxing this is, guys. Isn't it? I try to avoid laughing in these things because I think that makes it a little bit too loud. I also sometimes wonder if those like sort of wet mouth sounds that happen just randomly, not on purpose, but it just happens. I wonder if those are nice. Oh, okay, here's another idea, guys. How about mouse pad sounds? I imagine you can hear this. And then maybe like just tapping the mouse on the table, and then more mouse pad sounds. Maybe that could be relaxing for some of you guys to see. Let's take apart this other purple and yellow object. Again, not sure what this is. Could be some kind of a beacon, but on this unknown island it's hard to tell. Maybe some aliens lived here, or maybe it's somebody's. I don't know, maybe it's inhabited by animals, wild beings. Let's take apart this new yellow on the ground that we've discovered. Look how satisfying it is, leaving this print on the floor. Just magical stuff. You know, I say this would take about 40 minutes, but actually, you know, I was gonna say that I think I miscalculated, but to be fair, we don't have too much left here, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You know, I mean, we still have a bunch of stuff, but I think that we can get through it quite quick if we just focus on it. Let's take apart this gorgeous, majestic beast, an unknown object. I guess you could call it a UFO, since it is an unidentified flying object. I mean, I guess it's firmly in the ground, so you couldn't really call it a flying object, could you? Okay, here's another satisfying thing I can think of, is taking apart these little crosses on the edge, on the side, and then continuing from there into the core of the whole structure. I think that looks really nice. Boom, 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 boom. Breaking presence and existence. You know, like what if you could go into a chamber that is completely empty, where you can't think of anything. Maybe, you know, the only thing that you can kind of think about, or at least maybe not think, but just be aware of, that you're there in this peace and quiet and nothingness just for a little bit. You know, you wouldn't want to be there forever because, you know, I don't think that would be good. You would eventually want to come back to the real world, because the real world is full of beauty and just wonderful things, you know. You know, a lot of the times we think that because things aren't going well in our lives, that it just means that life isn't good, or just as a whole. I don't know, I just don't ever think of it like that it isn't worth it, because bad things happen, and you know, sometimes bad things can be immeasurably bad. You know, things aren't always nice, and you know, life is life. It gets tough sometimes. It gets tough, but I think the most important thing to remember is that there can always be light at the end of the tunnel. So even if you are going through rough things, and you know, you might be bitter about the fact that you're going through tough things, maybe you feel like you don't deserve to experience those things, or you wonder why it had to happen to you, and things like that. But just, you know, I would tell you to keep a positive attitude, but I realize that for some people that is almost insulting. You know, they almost find that difficult to accept, and it makes sense. I can completely understand that, you know. And I think another thing that people tend to say a lot is, oh, you don't understand what I'm going through because you haven't experienced what I've experienced. And honestly, well, I think that we all experience bad things in a similar way. So even if you haven't experienced a certain thing that might be negative in a way, I don't think it completely rules out the possibility that other people could relate to you just based upon their personal experience that may be similar or may be different, but similar in certain things. But I guess, you know, not to derail too much, but I guess what I was trying to say with all this is that eventually, even when you're going through these things that you wish you didn't have to go through, at the end of it all, you know, and by the end I mean just when these bad things stop being the priority in your life or being a big thing, you will always find good things at the end. You know, you might be going through something rough, but if you stay strong, that's genuinely the key. That is the key to success. And I'm not talking about success in any sort of material sense. You know, it's something I am a very strong believer of, is that when you keep your head up and power through the bad things and keep yourself strong, I think that is the most rewarding thing that you can ever do in life. I genuinely believe that if you can overcome something that is really just, you know, seemingly almost like unachievable, or just finally there's proof in your life that there is a way, there is a path, and that you're not stuck where you are right now. You know, it's always nice to prove yourself wrong and show yourself what you're capable of. And I think that should be, I think that's something everybody should focus on. As I was saying, overcoming those things is extremely rewarding. And you just gotta keep your head up, no matter how bad it feels, no matter how tough it is. Once you overcome those things, the only way is up. The only way is upwards into better things. Life is, in my opinion, it's all about moments and experiences. I think that a misconception that a lot of people have about, just going through life is, I think a lot of people assume that happiness is some sort of a constant state that you should be able to achieve. But I genuinely don't think that's what it is. I think that, everyone, I don't think anybody can just be happy all the time. I don't think that just doesn't seem realistic to me. I think that you can be content with life at all times. That certainly makes sense to me. By the way, this looks like a slice of watermelon here. I'd really like to take a bite out of this and just block it. Block, take pieces out. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I don't think happiness is a constant state that you can just, experience always. I think that people mistake happiness for that feeling of adrenaline and thrill and just complete satisfaction with everything that's going on in your life, where you almost you can't even acknowledge anything bad going on because there isn't necessarily anything bad going on at a certain moment. So you tend to mistake that for, I guess, just being satisfied with life. You assume that you always have to have a smile on your face and always have to be satisfied with what's going on. But I think, the sadness and the downsides, and just sometimes you have to feel down. You have to go through those moments of not being perfect, because then that's what truly makes those good experiences, those nice moments in life. That's what makes it feel so much more worth it, is when you have that. It's almost like yin and yang. Yin and yang in a way. It's like opposites, it's, as they say, the grass is always greener on the other side, and the reason for that is because you don't necessarily know what's on the other side. And if you're someone who has never gone through any sort of hardship in life, when you eventually do experience hardship, which I think everybody will in their lives, then you will be crushed, because you won't know how to react to it, because it's something you haven't experienced before. But that's another life lesson. When you do eventually experience those hardships, they teach you, this is what it is. This is what both sides of the coin look like. And that when you experience the bad things, it really just shows you how much you should appreciate the good things. But yeah, I don't know, I'm not trying to be some sort of, motivational speaker. I'm just speaking from the heart right now, just things that I try to follow, like beliefs and philosophies that, are just with me every day of my life that I, sometimes I forget and lose track of those things. I lose grip. I forget the things that I preach to other people. It's always easy to give advice, but it's hard to actually follow your own advice. No matter how good it is and how much it makes sense, sometimes the way the human brain works, we almost want to ignore the good advice, and we tell ourselves that things are otherwise, that it doesn't work that way, and we make excuses. We just refuse to see things realistically. We refuse to, I don't know, I guess we just refuse to take things the way they are, and we make up imaginary things in our head that don't even necessarily make common sense. We just like to tell ourselves, oh, things are way worse than they actually are, because it's easy to go down that route. It's very easy to fall down that pattern of thinking, assuming that, just telling yourself that everything's negative. It's funny that I'm telling myself this right now, because it's not at all how I've been thinking lately. I've not at all been following these philosophies and patterns of thinking. I've just been sort of doing the opposite. I guess we can be kind of destructive to ourselves at times. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Just not believing in yourself and telling yourself all kinds of negative things about yourself. It's really not a good habit to fall into. It genuinely isn't. I do that a lot. I do it way too much. And I'm genuinely failing to jump on this platform right now. Oh my goodness. Oh my savage Lord Jesus, please just let me hop into that hole. Blocked. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, babies and sluts, everybody watching, everybody relaxing. I hope some of you guys are actually going to sleep to this. I think that's some of the greatest, I guess, flattering, or how would you say that? I guess it's just, yeah, it's definitely flattering for me to hear that some people would actually listen to this and then go all the way to sleep with it. I mean, it's a great, I respect that, I appreciate that greatly, and if you're one of those people, I just want to say thank you so much. And honestly, I'm great, aren't I? I'm just kidding. Alright, so we still have a decent amount to go here, but I think we're pretty much on schedule. I'm most likely gonna be done within the next 20 minutes, so let's keep blocking, baby. Blocked. This is some good stuff here. Breaking the green and red pattern. Let's do some rolling of the R. Roll. It's actually kind of interesting. I feel like there's, most of the popular ASMR artists are usually from the US. And, from my experience, most people from America, Northern America, and especially the United States, they don't know how to roll their R's, which is really interesting. So maybe I can take advantage of that fact and do some R rolling. Who knows, maybe I'll even make a full dedicated video for just that sound, because I think it's honestly really great. see how it goes. But yeah, roll the R, roll. Ra 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 ra, breaking these blocks. Blocked. I feel like when I say blocked, it's almost like a horse just, galloping around, blocked, it's exactly the kind of sound you'd expect from horse riding or whatever. Or should I say riding? Yeah, honestly, rolling the R is pretty sexy. And I'm a pretty sexy guy, I guess. Just, for the sounds that I can create with my mouth. It's pretty cool. Okay, so this tree is almost fully just wrecked, taken care of. Let's just break, and break, piece by piece, as we always do. Isn't it a beautiful phenomenon? I'm really wondering if I should go back to that inspirational speech link. That version of myself that really surprises me. Oh, look at Mr. Creeper just chilling over there. He's absolutely not a threat in any way, so you guys can relax and just have a good time. Mr. Creeper's gonna be a nice guy today. He's gonna help us get through all this nice, sensitive sounds and work that we're doing here. This very visually pleasing block breaking that we're doing. Slowly getting through. Just taking it apart as we should. As we really should. Boom. I'm not sure what this... Oh yeah, that was like a flower, I guess. Okay, let's be tactical about how we destroyed this, because we want to make sure that we can stay on top of this platform while still making this object cease to exist in its current form. I like to think of breaking these blocks as releasing the energy within it, because in a way, every time I break these blocks, you can see just these pieces flying out. I like to think that they just enter a different kind of world, a world of emotion and just freedom and peace. Just a feeling of niceness, just this feeling. Oh, good lord. Okay, thank God we're fine with that. We kind of tumbled a little bit, but it'll be fine now. Boom, taking apart the constructions. One piece at a time. This is how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. Aren't we getting pretty close to being done here? Yeah. I'll just finish off by taking apart the floor, and then I think we'll be pretty much done. Let's just jump into this building first, because we need to make sure that we get it destructed from the very top, so that we don't leave any floating bits, because I think that floating bits aren't very satisfying to look at. Excuse my chair sounds. I have a very squeaky, loud chair. Maybe I can make an ASMR video with that as well. I don't know. I mean, I'll write it down into my list of things to make. But that could be an idea. It's a very strange chair. I've had it only maybe for 2 years, and yeah, suddenly it's just lost its old form, as everything does. it's some sort of a fake leather. I don't think it's real leather. It's just this, artificial stuff. Or, I mean, who knows? I mean, I imagine real leather is usually pretty strong stuff. You can't just wear it off in a year, But destructing these blocks is a lot of fun, guys. It's kind of therapeutic, to be completely honest with you. It's really nice. I'm hoping you're enjoying it just as much as I am. Pluck, 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 pluck. Just taking apart the construction. I know I say that a lot, but truly I am just an innovator of commentary, I'm just pointing out the obvious and then repeating it every 2 seconds, because that's what we do here on this channel, baby. We just don't give a damn about anything, do we? Yeah, no we don't. And that's another life lesson for you guys. Don't care so much about pointless little things, you silly butts. You silly butt. Silly butt, silly butt, silly butt. Now we have these stairs to break apart, and we'll do that swiftly and nicely. Oh god, I thought my friend was coming for me for a second there. I thought he was coming in to give me a hug, but I think he just decided to give up. Pretty sure there's no stairway or any way for him to get in here, so unfortunately we're gonna have to enjoy this party by ourselves, guys. It's just gonna be you and me now in it. Maybe I should make a video where I just repeat the word in it, in it, in it. I love British slang, but that actually reminds me, I've been watching this comedy show called, actually it's a sketch series. It's this Scottish series actually, and they have this super strong accent that I've just completely fallen in love with. I love to hear that strong Scottish accent. I love this sketch comedy show too because, well, the funny thing is, the first time I saw one of their sketches, I realized that I couldn't really understand the accent quite well at all. So it was kind of a struggle to actually, find any of it funny because, well, I couldn't understand the language, even though it's English, but the accent is just completely different, so I guess the cast of it is mainly these two Scottish blokes, and to be fair, the first time I saw a clip from the show, I did find it very funny. It's just that I couldn't understand half of what they said, but the parts that I could understand, well, those were funny to me. So I kept watching it, and I kept watching and watching and watching, and the more I watched, the more I could start to understand what they were actually saying in these sketch bits. These bits, little bits and parts of the show. It's really interesting, and it's almost like I get bragging rights for understanding the accent, because I can show clips to my friends and they'll be like, I don't understand this, what are they saying? But I do understand. Oh Jesus Christ, oh crying out loud. It's just a friend of ours, he can't hurt us. He's just giving us a little hug, right? Let me just take care of him real quick. Just put him to sleep, he's fine. He's okay, guys. Everything is okay. they say Bunniston in the Scottish accent. I'm not sure how how should I pronounce it in my accent? I'm not sure. But yeah, it's a really good show, and I do recommend checking it out if you're a fan of comedy and just like ridiculous humor where things don't necessarily make sense, but they're just funny and stupid and ridiculous. Like, that's what I like. That's really good stuff, guys. Guys. Pink blocks, pink blocks, pink. Okay, guys, it seems that we've actually removed all the parts that we've been looking to remove. Now the interesting thing is, look at this. What does that say? Well, obviously, if you can read, it says ASMR. And yeah, I mean, I think I'll leave it here, guys. I think we can finally escape this burden, or this magical land of glass, which no longer is that. We've turned it into a barren stone surface type of thing, and that's completely fine. But thank you guys for watching this ASMR video. I hope you click the subscribe button so you can see more of this content. And yeah, I really appreciate you. If you're still awake and listening to this, I would appreciate if you give me ideas for what kind of ASMR videos to make in the future. I really do want to make this as frequent as possible. I'd like to be constantly recording new ASMR and then just uploading it for you guys to enjoy and have a good time with. But yeah, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the keyboard sounds. I hope you enjoy my voice, my trigger sounds and everything. Just, even the glass, since the glass is the most important part of this. But yes, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Give me ideas for future videos. Yeah, I think the sky is the limit, so I'm not really afraid of trying literally anything. I might even include some face cam stuff in future videos. We'll see. But thank you guys again so much. Anyone who's sleeping, I just, I wish you a good night. And to everyone else as well, sleep well, and hope your days off into a deep state of lack of consciousness, beautiful ignorance of existence. Just sleep well, guys. Sleep well. Sleep well. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. We are finally free from the clutches of this abandoned, stranded island. Thank you so much. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. And by the way, join my Minecraft server. mc.linkuru.com is the IP if you are interested. It is currently 1.13, so I recommend getting either Optifine 1.13 or just, the 1.13 version of Minecraft in the launcher. But we do plan on expanding this into 1.14, so hopefully that'll come soon.